When Donald Trump and Robert Kennedy came out and said that Tylenol might be linked to autism, most people were focused on the studies that were done on that. But one of the things that's being forgotten about is what's actually happening to the stock. You can see here Tylenol maker Kenvue faces mounting crisis after Trump blast. So the stock of the parent company who makes Tylenol is getting hit pretty hard because Robert Kennedy and Donald Trump say it might be linked to autism. And from a financial advisor perspective, one of the most interesting things out of this whole autism and Tylenol thing is just showing what can happen to a stock just by news coming out. If you own a diversified market and this news comes out, it doesn't really affect your portfolio. But if you own Kenvue and all of a sudden someone comes out and say it might be linked to autism and there's not really any studies that prove that, people are just saying it who have power, now all of a sudden your stock's down 8%. So I do think this is a good example of why diversification can be your best friend, because news stories that may or may not be true can affect what happens to your portfolio. Now, when you own the broad market, that's less likely to happen. But nonetheless, this is a stock I would probably pay attention to and see what happens, because it being down 8% on reports that it could be tied to autism could be something that would be overturned by science, and you could see the stock climbing back exactly where it was in a short amount of time.